On today's Nostalgia Bites episode, we're going to do a taste test with a food product that I haven't had in years, but it takes me back to being a kid at a fun fair because that was the first time that I ever got the chance to try this. So what is it that we're eating today? Well, simply, it is the Westlers 4 hamburgers in onion gravy in a can. That's right. Probably the cheapest burgers that you can find on the market. And if you've ever been to a fun fair in the UK, you would have probably had one of these burgers in a delicious morning roll. And so that's what we're going to do today. We're going to make the Westlers burgers and then we're going to taste test them on their own, but also in a hamburger roll for us to try like a proper burger. So the burgers themselves are made from pork. I've just read on the side of it. So it's Westlers burgers in onion gravy, a delicious mealtime treat for the family. Now, who are Westlers? Well, it's actually two gentlemen who are brothers-in-law, and they started the business in 1960 in Hull in the UK. And this is typically just a UK only product. So that's what we're going to try today. We need a couple of things to make these. We need a pan to cook them in, just to heat them up or simmer them in. You can also microwave them if you want, but we're going to do them in a pan. I need a can opener to open this thing. That'll be a challenge on its own. And like I said, we're going to have some rolls to try out these burgers. So let's get going. Normally I struggle with these things, but let's see if I can get this can open. Let's try this out. All right, that didn't go too hard this time. The lid is going to come off, I think. Let's have a little look. Oh. Let's just break that off. So there you go. That looks absolutely, yeah, I'll reserve my opinion, but into the pan. Oh yeah, the gravy's coming out. Oh yeah. Sauce is going everywhere. Come on, burgers. There we go, the burgers are out. Now, you should separate these burgers. So let's just split them apart. It's kind of hard to tell the four of them, but there you go. 4 burgers inside. Delicious, right? I don't know if this is like a Bush Tucker trial or whether I'm actually going to enjoy these when they're ready, but let's get them on, let's get them simmering, and let's get them in a roll and try them out. Right, so we're going to stick these on, simmer them to heat them up, and then we'll taste test them when they're in the burgers, and we can eat a burger on its own. So burger in a bap, I should have said. Okay, so after about 10 minutes, they are ready. Let's have a little look. That's what they look like in the pan. They kind of smell a little bit like meatballs. If you've ever had meatballs in a tin, like Heinz, for example. Kind of a little bit like that. Launched in 1960, but I don't think these really became hugely popular until the 70s and 80s. They were £3 for the can for the 4 burgers that were inside it. So let's do the taste test. Let's get one out. That's what it looks like. Look at that, dripping in gravy. Put that on the plate. Okay, so that's what we've got. That's the burger. Looks pretty thin. It kind of has a slightly tomato smell to it, even though it's onion gravy. It's a little bit, I guess it's really the meatballs that are coming back to me. So we're going to eat it just straight up as a burger, first of all, to see how it tastes. But then we're going to go for the roll and try it as a normal burger. That will take me back to the probably coming off the waltzers or something like that at the local shows back on a wintry night and getting a treat of a burger with my dad. That would have been, that's the kind of memory recall that I'm getting. So let's try it. In terms of the consistency, it's definitely more like a can of meatballs that you might have had. It's very soft, doesn't quite have the same texture as like you would expect with a normal burger, a normal hamburger, for example. But it kind of tastes kind of good. Okay, but let's do the taste test with it in a hamburger roll. So I've got a nice fluffy roll here that I'm going to put it in. Let's give it a try. Burger on the bun. What have I got there? I've got a top. I need a bottom. Done that upside down. Spin it round, right? That's the burger now. I kind of feel like it needs a bit of an old school dip in the gravy. It's got to be dipped in the gravy, right? Let's try that. Messy. It's very messy. See, dipped in the gravy, that's actually pretty good. Okay. Well, for just under £3 a can, for 4 hamburgers that taste a little bit like meatballs, it is a blast from the past. In terms of a score out of 10, this for me is a 6. So it's not terrible, it's not great. It doesn't have the nostalgia value that some of the other products that we've eaten so far, but it's a 6 out of 10 for the Westlers burgers in a can. If you haven't had these in some time, I would suggest giving them a try if you fancy a little trip down memory lane again. So that was this episode of Nostalgia Bites. Thank you so much for joining us. If you're new here, hit subscribe, join us as we taste test more products every single week. Thank you so much for watching. In the meantime, YouTube thinks you might like this video here. If you want to carry on watching some more of this content, have a great day, everyone. See you in the next video.